What is going on, YouTube? So I'm sure, as a lot of you guys have found out by now, there was another big purge on Instagram and Facebook. And once again, we got deleted. And I'm not entirely sure why. When we got banned back in March, we took some time off. I got, all new devices. I replaced my Wi-Fi router. Got new IP addresses for all of it. It wasn't the same, none of it. All replaced. Came back, all new emails, new usernames, the whole shebang. I stopped using different types of hashtags, hopefully to, get some focusing on here. Hopefully to not attract a ton of attention, in a sense, to the posts, like in a wrongful manner, anything that may trip up an algorithm or anything like that. But nonetheless, we caught the ban again, and I'm not sure why, because we don't post anything that a lot of other pages don't, or anything crazy. Like, we don't go on these crazy rants about governments and conspiracies, and we don't, shit post and do stuff like that. Like, we post pretty much all educational content, stuff about, products, motivational type stuff, that's it. That's all we do. I don't even post memes. I even stopped making memes and even posting them on my story, just to try and avoid this algorithm that we seem to keep getting stuck in, that I cannot seem to figure out. It's Saturday, 75 degrees and sunny. I'm out burning brush piles. You might be able to see them in the back. Burning brush piles for the last bit of this new horse pasture on the homestead. But yeah, with that being said, I'm extremely frustrated, and I'm not really sure where to go from here, because this business in this day and age can't survive without, internet presence and exposure. We don't have a brick and mortar storefront. We're not established like that. Is that something I'd eventually like to do a couple years down the road? Yeah. But I have to, do the things online now and build that repertoire and build my online presence and all that, because that's just how business works these days. We're not a mom and pop bakery that opened up and everybody in town's talking about it. That is not the reality of the line of business that I'm trying to, get into and build this into and build this community, for all of us. I mean, there's some of you that have been with the Everyday Citizens Tactical YouTube page for a while, well over a year. Hell, I put out my first YouTube video for Everyday Citizens Tactical back in 2019. It's down. You can't see it anymore because the quality was just horrible. But some of you guys have been around for a while. I appreciate that very much. The support is, what gives me a lot of drive to keep going. But with all that being said, I don't know how to fix it. And the fact that I can't contact anybody from Meta, nobody from Facebook, nobody from Instagram, none of it. The fact that I can't contact anybody is extremely frustrating, because I don't think that I deserve to have my account banned. I don't. There are people that just rant and are nasty and start fights on the internet and just do crazy stuff all the time, all day. And their accounts stay up, and they've got thousands and thousands of followers, some millions, and they do nothing but just spew hate and discontent and all of this. I can't even do what we're trying to do here. So it's kind of not necessarily an answer, but it's just kind of where my mind sits right now. I don't know where to go with all of this. I don't. I'm going to create another Instagram. That part is inevitable. And I guess I just have to be even more careful and partially be even more, censored in a sense, which is not what I want to do. That's not what I don't want to give in a sense to, the powers to be, whoever the powers to be is, or this AI that seems to run Meta, because I doubt it's a human person sitting there deleting all of our accounts simultaneously every couple months. It's this AI algorithm we all keep finding ourselves in. And I don't know how to fix it. other than just keep creating new accounts, build it up a little bit, get knocked on my ass, and try again. I think the business is as it stands. I'm going to talk about the business for a minute. The business as it stands was starting to do pretty good. We have a lot of organic signups for our upcoming medical class, which I'm very thankful for. I look very forward to teaching that one. We've made some adjustments from the one we just held recently, and as we always do, and I'm looking forward to implementing some of those changes. Patches are moving great, the Minuteman patches, and IFACs sell here and there. I've started to make a lot more connections with other pages and companies and content creators and whatnot. And that's what kind of starts to build a sense of community, is a group of people who kind of do this kind of stuff, that, make products, content, education, training for, everybody else, and it becomes something special. But what do I do with this now? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to change if we bring back just the Instagram. If I ignore my personal owner operator Instagram page for the company, and we run just the company business Instagram, and we just neuter that page to all can be, no hashtags, careful as hell of who we talk to, interact with, all of it. Will it even matter? Or come 3 or 4 or 5 months from now, Christmas time, am I just going to get deleted again? I don't know. I do not know. I don't really have any answers. I just kind of wanted to get on here and rant. Because some people have messaged me, people that I talk to offline that I've met on Instagram, either in real life or they're just people I talk to on a normal basis, and they want my thoughts and opinions and all that. And, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to stop making content? You're going to come back? What are you going to do? And this is kind of just a rant in a sense. This is my thoughts, opinions, as I sit here and cut down all these damn trees, and I just sit here and think time and time and time again. Because I didn't lose just the business-related social media. I lost business Instagram, the business Facebook, my personal owner-operator page for Instagram, my personal Facebook, and my personal, I got a cap in my hand, personal Facebook, Instagram, whichever one I didn't say. 5 accounts, all gone simultaneously, because they're, basically tracking me through my device ID code. And I can't create new accounts on the devices that I have currently. Again, they have me locked down by device ID code. Not IP address, device ID code. Doesn't matter how many times I change my IP address. I did this the first time back in March for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's my device ID code. All of your devices, your phones, your tablets, computers, they all have device ID codes. Whether it's called something different or not. They all have a code that is attached to that device that can never be changed or reset. And that's how they get you. I lost contact with my goat guy. I was buying 2 goats at the end of the month. I was on Facebook, a farm group from Kentucky here in Facebook. Bought a doe. Supposed to get him at the end of the month. Now I completely lost contact with my goat guy. So now the homestead is out of luck on the goats. And that guy has no idea what's going on. He's like, oh, this guy just up and disappeared. So, don't know, guys. Don't know the answer. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until I literally just cannot be on the internet. Because after that, I'm pretty much done. There's no point at that point. I can't reach people in this day and age without being on the internet. But with that being said, guys, this sucks. I'm not going to act like I'm super motivated and, inspired and, oh, this is a new opportunity and all that, bull right now. I'm pretty down in the dumps, but that's just what it is. That is life. We did this back in March. We rebuilt better than we did the first time, actually. Not my personal page, but the business page. You know what? We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Until I can't do it no more. And it's going to suck. And I'm going to be down in the dumps on myself off camera, constantly smacking myself on the back of the head and, what the hell are you supposed to do, so on and so forth. But that is just what it is, guys. It is what it is. Don't let the man hold you down. do the things, and as always, train hard, train often.